What up, family? It's your ghetto news reporter, Mary Dash, between Mary and the Lee. Today is Sunday, December the 6th, 2020 in my city, Chicago. So they say. Now, I say that because I'm only 53 years old. I was born 1967, May 25th. And because I was deprived of education growing up due to the fact that I am a victim of child abuse, I try not to use that word victim. I try to use the word survivor. This video is going to be called MARYLEE's Survivors video, because I'm not the only one that's gone through something and able to at least express myself, whereas a lot of people, lost their lives or are scared or took the bribe, to not be able to speak, and once you do that, you also give up your right to, freedom of speech, your First Amendment rights, and that's all we have. They have taken so much of my city, Chicago, that was once flourishing because of me, MARYLEE, I'm Dash 20 MARYLEE, and others like myself, but I have to keep the focus on me, for real, because I don't get the credit that I deserve. Not that I want credit, I would like to take cash, gifts, gift cards. Okay, anyway, I don't get that either, and I am priceless. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hoping one day, before I die, I'm able to get all the things that I deserve, like a real massage, my hair to grow back, to be able to be the lady that I am. I know they want people to be sluts and whores and, gold diggers and, prostitutes, things that people can, write off on the coroner's report. They don't want people like me, to end up in the hospital to be the victim that I've always been. They want me to be a victimizer. So my truths cannot be resonating in the minds of other survivors and victims, and especially the younger generation and stuff. I understand y'all are going through things and you think, oh, I'm just having a bad day, or, that's just the way it is. And, you fall into the victimization role after being a victim because you get tired of being a victim. It's like a nerd that get picked on, that stands up to the bully or the what we call the leader of the football game or whatever and stuff. Money Can't Buy You Love. That's a good movie. I'll put it in the description of this video that I'm gonna call MARYLEE's Survivor video. Money Can't Buy You Love. That is a good movie. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. But I want to talk about, the real abuse that people try to cover up. And it seems to me, real talk, MARYLEE, don't Dash 20 MARYLEE, your ghetto news reporter and the originator of rap. And I know when I say that, y'all be like, oh, stop lying. Understand? Eminem is, look, Eminem came after Tupac, remember? So he can't be the originator of nothing. And Tupac is not still around. So you understand what I'm saying? So somebody had to go ahead of me, because you gotta remember, I didn't have an education. I didn't finish grammar school. I believe I was kicked out at the, 6th grade, and I never went to high school. And I tried to dabble with college a little bit. I just pretty much gave them my thesis on, how hard it was to get into college, because it is a bitch trying to get into college, especially if you look like me and you ain't got no money, quote unquote. You understand what I'm saying? Due to the fact that people have stolen all your stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Like they have me. I shouldn't even be talking about money. I should be able to just, walk in a store or wherever and, a bank, and the bank bounce. That's how much I'm worth. You understand? Oh, we can't cover, your withdrawals and stuff because we don't obtain that much money and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But it's the opposite. I go in there, motherfucker, and I'll be like, oh, I sure hope there's some money up in this motherfucker for real. It is fucked up. And I try to talk jokingly about it because it's not a funny matter. But, this is the season to be jolly. The holiday season being Christmas and my sobriety date being on Christmas. But I have to get back to Eminem, Marshall Bruce Mathers III. He's not even number one in his family, but he's trying to be number one in my life. Imagine that. You understand what I'm saying? When it comes to rap. Come on now. Think, Marshall. Okay? Real talk. I did a lot of videos and put them on YouTube. And then the one that I did about Marshall Bruce Mathers III, and I called it ML-MACK, Eminem versus the fake or real Eminem, whatever the fuck. You understand what I'm saying? They cut off the comments so people would not be able to comment on that video in particular. All the rest of my videos, you were able to comment on, but not that one. See, when the enemy is trying to discredit you, they go to any lengths to try to do that. And especially if they know they've been, hijacking your identity, which is my identity, me being the originator of rap, for real, for real. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're a young person, you'll be like, oh, Eminem is, and everybody knows that he's not, but y'all give him the energy that he needs and the fuel, fuel, like, gas or whatever, to keep going with that lie. You understand what I'm saying? Opposed to just letting him run out of the gas and stuff and have to walk that shit the fuck off and shit, for real. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's living my life and I have yet to live my own life. Imagine that. I've never had a day at the spa. I've never had a new car. I never had a house, family, real friends and stuff. All of that was, designed to try to figure me out. So I figured, hey, let me tell you who I am, what I'm about, and you don't have to keep sending your trolls to go back and tell you what I said. Now, Eminem, you know damn well, you say your daughter, Haley, was born on Christmas. Now, that's mighty interesting because around Christmas of 1995, I gave Oprah Winfrey for a second time my child abuse story to the sound of music. I like to, narrate my story while the song is playing in the background. It's kind of like how Kurt Franklin stole my style. Yeah, he get to talking and, yeah, that's where he got it from and stuff. I know y'all ain't gonna believe it, but I'm very, innovating when it comes to, bright ideas, but more so original, right? So I gave my child abuse story and a whole bunch of stories. And I didn't know nothing about no Marshall Bruce Mathers III. He was not a part of them 3 cassette tapes front and back. You understand what I'm saying? Tapes that I gave to Oprah in 1995 around Christmas time. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. So I didn't know nothing about that. But they said Haley was born on Christmas in 1995. Now, my sobriety date is Christmas of 1997. And because I am staying sober and was always staying sober, for real, even in 1995 when they kidnapped me and threw me on the psych ward because I had given Oprah all that good information and the people that I was staying with, some Italians, that's what I'm going to call, because my ex-girlfriend was an Italian and she was 9 years older than me, Donna Marie Evans, and her son, was about 16 at the time. And, they railroaded me. Basically, after I gave my story to Oprah Winfrey, and they had all the information, so they could do whatever they wanted to do with it once they railroaded me and put me on the psych ward. You understand what I'm saying? At John Madden's hospital in Hines, Illinois. Now, mind you, I went sober. I wasn't drinking, drugging, smoking, or fornicating. That's the honest to God's truth. And I'm not drinking, drugging, smoking, or fornicating on this day, December 6, 2020, so they say. You understand what I'm saying? I've been in this trap apartment building where I'm at right now, 6210 South Kimbark Avenue, apartment 308, Chicago, Illinois, 60637. You understand what I'm saying? That's Kimbark Avenue, just to get it politically correct. And, I haven't done anything but mind my business, try to keep, my mind spiritually fit. And, because they always try to label you crazy. Always. Mark chapter 3 in the Bible, just like Jesus. I have to reiterate that. And also Luke chapter 12, Psalms chapter 110. Now, I'm not a Bible book thumper or a preacher or a Jesus freak or none of that. But if you want to hide something from a nigga, you just put it in the Bible or a book, right? That's what Nat Turner's job was, to tell the slaves, why they should obey their master and all that nonsense. And then what happened? Nat Turner couldn't keep that shit the fuck up, so he got him a hatchet and he started slaying white people and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not telling niggas to go slay white motherfuckers and shit. Get some niggas too if you got to. I'm a comedian also. You understand what I'm saying? So you can understand why people are so, obsessed with me and stuff. In my building, I guarantee you, they listen for the next word I'm going to say because they bored as fuck. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the best thing that ever happened to them, but I don't get no respect around here. They were supposed to come in here and drain the water out of my sink and fix it. But because they don't like me, and this is another form of abuse, you understand what I'm saying, to try to get you to turn up or whatever and stuff, they didn't come and do their job. So, even if you do the right thing, ML-MACK survivors, you understand what I'm saying? Don't forget the dash between the Mary and the Mac, because you got a lot of copycats out there and stuff. You understand? That's why I put the dash between the Mary and the Lee, because there's a bunch of copycats out there. And one of them, wrote a book. My name is MARYLEE Davis, and it's a transgender, a white transgender. You understand what I'm saying? I've said it. I've proved it. The police know in my city, Chicago, around the world, but yet and still people think I'm crazy, right? But the proof is there. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I don't see it. I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. You do, because it came out in, 1999, and I gave my story to Oprah Winfrey in 1995. And the name of the book is Working in Law and Justice by MARYLEE Davis, and it is a transgender that wrote it. Now, how the spirit worked it out for me in my city, Chicago, downtown, Harold Washington Library, the first black mayor of Chicago, Harold Washington, who died supposed to be in 1987. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't like that color. They don't want to live their life as a color. No, white people, they do not like colored people. They don't want that. So I went to the kids section of the library at Harold Washington Library in my city, Chicago, downtown. And it was a transgender. This is on Everything I Love. I take my glasses off. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. It's on Everything I Love, including my sobriety and my life. And it was a white transgender working in the children's library. And I said, do you have a book by MARYLEE Davis? Because I was trying to figure it out. I'm your ghetto news reporter. I coined that also. That's an original, for real title, ghetto news reporter. They would kill me for that title alone. You understand what I'm saying? You've never heard it before I said it. Just like you never heard the spelling of Chicago spelled Shecargo. But anyway, the white transgender that was in, the children's section of the library, she said, follow me. And sure enough, she gave me the book. I'm saying she, but it's a transgender. You understand what I'm saying? And I read the book, and the police has it because they keep stealing my evidence and things of that nature. And they get me one more time. They know they pretty much done put the nail in my coffin. That's why I'm reaching out to my real survivors to help me this time like I've helped you, because I never lose. You understand? And we don't stop, not even for the cops, because they're not the cops. Because everybody knows on Valentine's Day back in the day, on Clark Street in my city, Chicago, they dressed up like the police and they killed their, rivals and things of that nature or whatever. So that's another bonus for you to remember and to believe me. Yeah, so I had that book, Working in Law and Justice by MARYLEE Davis, a transgender. And of course, they hijacked my story for my Social Security, rap legacy, and everything else. Peace.